Have you noticed how today's biggest artists all start to feel familiar? The sound, the moves, the image, the branding. It's like deja vu every time a new star pops up. Here's the truth most people don't realize. You've been listening to Michael Jackson this entire time. Even though Michael has been gone for years, his influence hasn't just lasted, it's grown.
He is the greatest entertainer of all time, and that's what you have to do, you know? You have to push yourself, and he pushed himself further and further. Did things that I can't even comprehend, like choreographed dancing and, you know, all instruments, like playing instruments, everything. I mean, he was just, he was the greatest.
Behind every sold-out stadium tour, every viral dance challenge, every new innovative pop star, there's a little piece of Michael Jackson's DNA running through it.
He really was and always will be, you know, the king of pop. To create the things that he created with his music, I mean, it's really untouchable.
Every single one of these so-called superstars is standing on the shoulders of one man, the original blueprint, the true global icon, the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson.
He's everyone's inspiration. Like everyone, you know, whether you're a country artist or you're a rapper, most people look at Michael Jackson as one of their top inspirations.
The music industry doesn't want you to admit it, but today's stars aren't innovators. They're imitators.
Yeah, I say a lot of people misunderstand me. That's because they don't know me.
Copycats recycling Michael's ideas and selling them back to you like they're brand new.
Because I'm bad, come on.
Without Michael, half of these artists wouldn't even have careers. They'd be standing on empty stages, looking confused, wondering why nobody's screaming their name. Today, we're going to expose 5 archetypes of Michael Jackson, 5 sides of his genius that modern artists still cling to like lifelines. And by the end, you'll see the truth. They're not living up to Michael's legacy. They're just surviving off his leftovers. The Mystery Man. Michael Jackson wasn't just a superstar, he was a myth. Think about it, we saw him everywhere, yet somehow we never truly knew him. That was on purpose. Michael rarely gave interviews, and when he did, his words were brief, cryptic, almost fragile. His soft voice contrasted with his massive presence. He let his fedora fall low over his eyes, hiding his expression. His outfits, military jackets, white gloves, perfectly tailored suits, weren't just fashion, they were armor. This wasn't shyness. It was branding genius. Michael created emotional distance between himself and the world. That mystery made him magnetic. The result? Fans didn't just cheer, they worshipped. People fainted at his concerts before he even sang a note. When he simply stood still on stage, stadiums erupted like volcanoes. This became the blueprint for what's now known as mystery marketing, where saying less creates more power. Today's artists try so hard to recreate this, but it always feels fake. The Weeknd's After Hours roll out with red suits, bloody bandages, and cryptic visuals. Yeah, cool. Michael did that decades earlier, and he didn't need TikTok to explain it. Billie Eilish hiding her body under baggy clothes early in her career, straight out of MJ's playbook of controlling the narrative. Frank Ocean going silent between albums. Michael invented the disappear and return strategy before the internet even existed. Even BTS, the biggest boy band on earth, uses Michael's formula. Calculated mystery, synchronized branding, limited access. But here's the difference. Michael earned that mystery. Every time he appeared, he delivered. Iconic dance moves, groundbreaking videos, historic performances. Today's artists, half the time they vanish because they have nothing to say. They're cosplaying Michael's mystique without his substance. Michael wasn't a brand strategy. He was a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. The dancing machine. Let's get this straight. Michael Jackson didn't just dance. He reinvented dance. Every move was sharp, precise, and perfectly synced with the beat. His body became a visual instrument, translating sound into motion. He didn't just keep up with the music, he was the music. But here's the thing. Michael wasn't born spinning on stage. He studied the greats and then surpassed them. James Brown gave him that raw fire. Fred Astaire gave him grace and elegance. The Nicholas brothers gave him complexity and flair. Michael absorbed it all, remixed it, and created something brand new. Take the moonwalk, for example. It's Michael's signature move, but it didn't start with him. Early versions, called the backslide, date back to the 1950s. Cab Calloway did it. Street dancers in the 70s perfected it. Jeffrey Daniel of Shalimar showed it to Michael. But when Michael debuted it during Motown 25 in 1983, He didn't just do a move, he created a moment. Suddenly, the moonwalk wasn't just a dance step, it was magic. Today, that influence is everywhere. Chris Brown tries to copy MJ's sharp, dangerous era style, mixing it with modern hip-hop moves like crumping. Talented? Sure. Original? Absolutely not. Usher glides like MJ but adds Atlanta flavor. His whole career is built on Michael's foundation. Sierra brings a female perspective, fusing Janet Jackson's influence with Michael's precision. BTS literally studied MJ's choreography. Watch their performances like Black Swan, and you'll see Michael's spins, gloves, and formations everywhere. Jungkook has openly called Michael his dance inspiration. Here's the hard truth. Without Michael, most modern choreography would collapse. TikTok dance trends? Michael was doing that decades before TikTok was even an idea. These artists don't just borrow from MJ, they live in a house he built. The soft boy. Behind the glove, behind the fire and the spectacle, Michael had a softer side. He wasn't just the king of pop, he was a romantic. Songs like Human Nature, She's Out of My Life, and I Just Can't Stop Loving You revealed a tender, vulnerable Michael. His falsetto wasn't just pretty singing, it was emotional storytelling. Modern artists have built entire careers on this foundation. Neo channels Michael's romantic ballads. Listen closely, and you'll even hear MJ's signature hiccup-like ad-libs in Neyo's songs. Justin Timberlake uses the same silky falsetto, especially on songs like Mirrors or Until the End of Time. Drake, when he's in his feelings, combines MJ's emotional vocal delivery with modern melodic rap, creating something both nostalgic and new. But let's talk about Human Nature for a second. It might be the most sampled and reimagined ballad in modern history. SWV turned it into Right Here. Chris Brown used it for She Ain't You. Sabrina Carpenter's Bedchem doesn't copy it directly. It interpolates it, twisting the melody into something fresh but instantly recognizable. Even The Weeknd's I Feel It Coming echoes Human Nature's soft groove and falsetto magic. Michael's soft boy archetype is alive and well today. Anytime you hear a slow jam with tender falsetto vocals and airy synths, you're hearing echoes of Michael, the rock star. Michael wasn't just pop, he was power. This is the MJ of Beat It, Dirty Diana, and Scream, the one who strutted onto stadium stages like a general leading an army, the one who fused pop with raw, aggressive rock energy. He didn't just perform songs, he created spectacles, military jackets, explosions, pyrotechnics, dancers moving like soldiers in perfect unison. His shows weren't concerts, they were wars of spectacle. When he performed in places like Bucharest or Tokyo, fans didn't just scream, they fainted. Some had to be carried out on stretchers because the energy was overwhelming. Modern artists chase this level of domination, but they're still miles behind. Beyoncé's Formation Tour? Pure MJ inspiration, from the military precision to the massive visuals. Lady Gaga takes Michael's theatricality and adds shock factor, but even at her wildest, she's chasing him.
I'm such a huge fan. I love him so much, like I knew him, but I didn't. And he was such an inspiration to me my whole life, and I really feel that the world killed him.
Kanye West builds arena-sized shows based on MJ's blueprint. Kanye himself admitted MJ gave him the courage to experiment on 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah, I sat with Michael Jackson. I met him over at Leonard Cohen's house, and I just vibed out with him. And then, I think Michael the one that put that battery in my back to do 808s. I played Good Life, and he was like, "Who's that singing right there? I like that voice." It was my voice. He gassed me up. Next thing y'all know, y'all had me in the night here. I was like, Michael Jackson told me I could sing. Call y'all.
BTS's stadium tours are essentially updated versions of MJ's Dangerous and History tours, complete with synchronized formations and cinematic storytelling. But here's the thing. These artists need entire teams of producers, choreographers, and digital effects to pull it off. Michael did it with pure star power. He didn't just walk on stage, he owned it. They copy his steps, but they'll never match his presence. No one moves like Michael, no one ever will. This final archetype isn't just another side of Michael Jackson, it's the core of his legacy. Every modern artist today is just a piece of him. Maybe they're mysterious like The Weeknd, dance like BTS or Usher, try to sing falsetto like Justin Timberlake or The Weeknd, or put on massive stage shows like Beyoncé. But Michael? He was all of it, at once. The total package, the blueprint. Here's the cold, dark truth no one in the music industry wants to admit. Without Michael, these artists are nothing. Their moves, their sounds, their entire image, all stolen from a man who perfected them decades ago. They think they're kings and queens, but really, they're just thieves wearing his crown. Let's be clear, no one dances like Michael Jackson. Not Chris Brown, not BTS, not anyone. They all try, but the difference is night and day. Michael's moves weren't just technical, they were spiritual. When he glided across the stage, it felt like gravity gave up. He didn't just do a dance step, he became the dance. Today's artists move like machines, robotic and rehearsed. Michael moved like a force of nature. BTS can synchronize perfectly, but it feels mechanical. Chris Brown can flip and spin, but every single move he does lives in Michael's shadow. And the voice? Untouchable. Michael could whisper in a delicate falsetto 1 second, then unleash a scream that shook your soul the next. His ad-libs weren't gimmicks, they were alive, electric. When he sang Human Nature, you felt the longing. When he roared, "They don't care about us," it was a battle cry. These artists copy the look of passion, but Michael gave us the real thing. He didn't just dance better or sing better, he was better. Everyone else is just playing in his shadow, trying to steal a throne they will never truly own. Here's the harsh truth no one wants to say out loud. Every so-called superstar you see today is just living in Michael Jackson's shadow. Today's artists need an army of people to fake what Michael did naturally, and even then, they still can't match him. They can copy his moves, mimic his vocals, and steal his style, but they will never be him. Michael wasn't just another artist. He was a once-in-a-lifetime event, the stage itself, the blueprint every artist follows without even knowing it. These modern stars? They're fragments, broken pieces of a whole they'll never complete. Michael was all of it. The mystery, the power, the soul, the spectacle, perfectly balanced in one man. So the next time you hear someone call themselves the new king of pop, remember this. They're standing on a throne Michael built with his blood, sweat, and genius. A throne they will never truly own. There will never be another Michael Jackson. Not now, not in the next lifetime, not ever. Because Michael didn't just change music. He is music. Everyone else? Just pale imitations dancing in the dark, chasing a light that will only ever belong to him. And that's why, no matter how hard they try, they will always bow before the only true king, Michael Jackson, the one, the only, the eternal king of pop.